If the Second Amendment gives Americans the right to bear arms, then why is a license required to carry a firearm? Today we're answering a question that came from one of our viewers, and it's one many people have asked. We'll take a closer look at what the Constitution really says, how courts have interpreted it, and why licensing laws exist in many states. I'm Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law. At our firm, we help people navigate legal questions with clarity and confidence, especially when it comes to understanding how constitutional rights are applied in everyday life. The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to bear arms shall not be infringed. That language is powerful, but also open to interpretation. Courts, including the U.S. Supreme Court, have said that while this amendment protects your right to own firearms, it doesn't mean that the right is unlimited. The government, both state and federal, has the authority to regulate how firearms are carried and used. That means it can require licenses, permits, and safety training, particularly when it comes to carrying a firearm in public. In fact, most states don't require a license just to own a firearm. But if you want to carry that firearm, especially if it's concealed, many states do require a permit. This is often tied to public safety concerns, ensuring that individuals who carry firearms in public have passed background checks and understand how to handle them responsibly. Some states take a different approach. They allow what's called constitutional carry, which means no license is required to carry a firearm, whether open or concealed. Others maintain stricter requirements, with mandatory permits and training courses. It all depends on where you live. Two major Supreme Court cases help explain where we are today. In District of Columbia versus Heller in 2008, the court confirmed that individuals have the right to own firearms for self-defense. But it also said that governments can impose reasonable regulations. Then, in McDonald versus City of Chicago in 2010, the court clarified that the Second Amendment applies not just to federal law, but to state laws as well. Still, it upheld the idea that states can regulate firearms in ways that support public safety. So if you're wondering why a license is required even though the Constitution protects your right to bear arms, the answer comes down to how those rights are balanced with the government's role in protecting the public. The right exists, but not without limits. If you have questions about your rights or what your state requires, we're here to help. Give us a call and we'll talk you through it. If you want to keep learning, the next video on your screen goes deeper into related topics. We'll see you there. Take care.